It is sad to say this, and I think we've known this for a very long time, but the Phase 4 slump has continued in Phase 5, and this film was a disappointment, and that was going in with the highest levels of acceptance of it being just okay. Because we didn't watch any of the trailers.
No.
We didn't know the full concept of the story they were going to tell because we hadn't had any idea of the potential story.
Yeah.
But somehow yesterday, when I gave my predictions for it, it was, oh, actually, you kind of nailed what the story was, even though we hadn't seen a second of footage.
Yeah, somehow.
That's horrible.
Bang on the money. And the actual experience of Ant-Man, Wasp, Quantumania, it was just really sad. In the theatre, the things that were meant to get the laughs didn't get the laughs. The things that were meant to get shock and awe and gasps didn't get gasps. The actual experience as an audience member was really blank.
It was bland.
Yeah.
And it did the standard thing that the MCU is known to do now, and that is take a tension-filled moment and throw a joke in, throw a laugh in. And it's not even a good laugh. It's always a, you shouldn't have done that. Because they used to be able to do it where they'd have that huge moment of, oh shit, and they'd throw a zinger in there and you'd say, oh, okay, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But with this, it's like, no, this is bad. And you didn't even try and alleviate it. And it always just feels janky.
It's kind of like cheap shots, you know? And actually, in this story, I think that Scott, as per usual, really enjoyable.
Yep.
Paul Rudd, wonderful. Michelle Pfeiffer did an amazing job. I think Evangeline Lilly was also pretty good. She
Her
wasn't
best
wooded.
performance.
Yeah, she was better than she'd been. The daughter, maybe you shouldn't have switched out the actress.
Yeah, the daughter was bad. The daughter was atrocious, to be honest. She was the worst part of the movie in a bad movie, because the acting overall wasn't actually that bad. When you think of Kang and Jonathan Majors, he actually did a good job with what he was given. He gave a performance. I think Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, and Michelle Pfeiffer all were fine in it. But the kid was so bad, it made everyone else seem bad. The major issue with the movie comes right at the end, and that is that Kang is not seemingly as intimidating as he should be. He is not as powerful as you would expect. Not gonna spoil anything because we don't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
But from the way he was put forward, saying he is Thanos on steroids, timey-wimey Thanos with ultra powerful skill sets.
Yeah.
You don't get that from this movie because of the way he's handled in the end. And I don't see how you can come back from that because you've already botched him.
Yeah. This version of Kang is Kang the Conqueror. I don't know whether that was said in the trailers and teasers, but they make that very clear. This is Kang the Conqueror.
He's one of the big boy Kangs. He is, if not the big boy Kang, from what I know.
That's the problem. If he's meant to be the biggest boy Kang, he is the danger, the imminent, absolutely destroyer, the conqueror. You can't do him like this.
Doesn't matter though, does it? Because they've done it, and this is the state of the MCU right now. It's just botch job after botch job after botch job after botch job. And I don't want to say that I'm done with the MCU because I've got too many memories associated with it, right? But Guardians is not the film that's gonna bring me back to it, even though I do believe it's gonna be good because it's not a continuative story. It's gonna be the end of the Guardians as we know them. And it's not gonna be a platform for the rest of the MCU going forward. That's what this film was meant to be, and it just didn't deliver. I feel light, you feel heavy after watching it. I know what I want. I'm gonna go get some McDonald's because I need a pick-me-up. I know it's 12 at night, but it needs to be done when it needs to be done, and I need to get some machas inside me. So I'm gonna go get some chicken nuggies because this was a disaster. I didn't want it to be a disaster.
Didn't want it.
But it was a disaster. Anyway, guys, see this movie if you like. I'm not going to tell you to see it because I believe I wasted 2 hours of my life.
Yeah.
And time is a big thing in this movie. And I think that they should have said at the beginning as a disclaimer, do not waste your time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can't get it back. So please do your research if you're going to go see it. And see you tomorrow. Quality sheet content, daily basis. You know, that's how it goes. What's your name?
NONSENSEI.
NarendraTheComic. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.
Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!